What's up, Hammer fan? Welcome back to HammeredHead. We got a pretty cool set today. It's Jabba the Hutt's Dancers from the Power of the Force collection. Now, this one I got is pretty beat up, so I got it really, really cheap. But you know me, I'm going to open it up anyway, so condition of the case isn't a huge deal to me. But this is pretty cool. I love all things Jabba, and I kind of like the special edition changes with Jedi Rocks. I think it's kind of a banger of a song. So it's fun to, build out the band and the dancers and the scene and everything. Jabba the Hutt's Dancers, Ristal, Griata, and Lin Mi. And we get the little playset ground thing, and then it's going to be one of the ones where we plug the background into it. So we can actually sort of add this to a diorama. It's going to look pretty sweet. But love that. I like the little insignia they have on there. Nothing really on the sides or anything. Just an image on the bottom of what it looks like. And then a cool shot from the movie. We got it's not Akrev. Who is this guy? I'm blanking on this guy's name, but one of the drummers. Jabba the Hutt's Dancers. Deep within the dimly lit halls of Jabba the Hutt's palace on Tatooine, the musical combo, the Max Rebo Band, entertains some of the galaxy's most notorious smugglers, mercenaries, and bounty hunters. Besides offering great music, the multi-species band has three of the galaxy's best backup singers and dancers. Griata, a Rhodian who is also a capable clue-horn player, joined the band at the same time as its lead singer, Cy Snoodles. Ristal, an exotic near-human raised by a pair of Ortolan musicians, was a slave under the crime lord Xizor until Lando Calrissian won her by defeating the Lord in a sabacc tournament. Oh my god, there's so many made-up words, it's really hard to read this. Lando freed her, and Ristal's travels eventually brought her to Tatooine. The third singer is a Twi'lek named Lin Mi, recognized by her people as the greatest dancer out of all the Twi'lek clans. Together, the trio of singers/dancers helped the band secure a lucrative extended contract playing in Jabba's court until a visit from the Jedi Luke Skywalker caused the Hutt's criminal empire to come crashing down. The Force is with you in all the Star Wars figures. Awesome. So that's a pretty long write-up. But this is like a sort of a case set, I guess, so it makes sense. Pretty cool box, all things considered. These guys, I'm pretty sure, are going to be 5 or 6 POA. Nothing really crazy about the quality of the figures, but they look pretty cool in there. Let's open them up and see if we can assemble them with that diorama all together. So if you've never seen one of these Power of the Force or Episode 1 style boxes before, this is how they're packed. It comes with this like cardboard background, and we're going to slide it into this little slit in the back. But the figures are all sort of like wired on so that they can be posed, on display in the box. Normally I actually just leave them like that because they're already, set up. But for the sake of this review, I will take all the wires off and remove the figures so we can take a closer look. But there is a little bit of assembly and creative folding involved. So let me just do that, and then we'll get a closer look at the whole assembly. Look at that, Jabba the Hutt's Dancers. This is a pretty cool setup, and I really like the designs on the figures. All three of them just look so unique and so different from each other, so it's pretty cool to have these guys on display. I think they're going to look great in Jabba's palace. So yeah, this is the way the card is set up. It does require a little bit of patience in assembly, and it looks really ugly from the back. But basically you cut off like the bottom flap, fold some of the pieces around, and then shove it into the base. But I think it kind of comes together nicely, and if you push it up against the wall in a display, you're not really going to notice, like the issues on the back. But, it is what it is. I think it looks pretty cool, and I like the sandstone base thing that it comes with. But yeah, the background is basically just like the arch, one of the arches in Jabba's palace. We got one of the drummers getting after it in the back. A really digitally superimposed drum there. So yeah, I'm just going to put it up like that, even though I have the drummers separately. They'll just have, some backup drummers, I guess, in the background, but that's pretty cool. But yeah, as far as the sandstone base itself, it does actually have peg holes in it. They're very, very small. So you can see the figures are pretty loose. So if you bounce it around, they're going to fall off. But it does keep them pretty steady if you're just going to take the wires off, so you can move them around, and if you're gonna have them just on display, it works perfectly fine. And there's a lot of extra space on the left. So if you get Sice Noodles or maybe some other characters that you just want to be up here dancing or playing with them or something, you got plenty of extra space on the base itself to have some creativity. And looking up close at the different characters, we got Ristal. They are all 6 POA, it looks like. So we got swivel everything, head, shoulders, waist, and hips. All the joints are pretty stiff. They don't really move very well, and they're kind of just stuck in like this dance pose. It's okay. I mean, their job as dancers, they kind of only do one background thing. But yeah, like I said, the designs and the painting is all really cool. She got like these cool tattoos or something on the back here, even on the front, and then some wild hair, which is pretty nuts. And then she's got like horse feet or dinosaur feet or some weird thing down here. So yeah, this lady looks kind of freaky. And then next up is Griata, the Rhodian. And she's got a wild hairdo back here. That looks pretty cool. And then like a mohawk or something up here. Her neck is a little bit weird. She's going like, like some weird happening there. But cool outfit. I really like the orange on the green. It's a pretty good combo. Very Greedo-esque. So good job on Griata. And then Lin Mi is sort of the most simple of the three, I guess. Very scantily clad. But it's a cool shade of like bone white that they painted her. I think it looks pretty cool. And then she's even got some makeup on the face. And then like normal humanoid feet, of course. But yeah, all three of them together, I think, look really awesome. The colors all complement each other well, just like in the movie. And yeah, if you have a Jabba's Palace, definitely pick up this set. It's pretty cheap, even if you get like a nice quality one. And having these guys really sort of livens up the world a little bit. So there you go, Jabba the Hutt's Dancers. I really like this set. I think any Jabba or OT fan is definitely going to want to pick this up. Again, they're pretty basic figures, but they look really cool. And I think they're really going to bring a lot to the display. These are the kind of figures I think that we really need from Hasbro nowadays. Super backgrounders, but they look cool. They're pretty alien. And they just do a lot for world building. And nowadays, we just don't really get sets or figures like this anymore. So if you miss sort of this vibe, I'd say go out and look for this set. You can probably find it pretty cheap. It's just a normal Power of the Force one, but I definitely give it a good recommendation. And I do really like the fun little diorama setup that it comes with. But let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to my Patreon subscribers. Be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page. And don't forget, stay hammered.